Greenbrier High School, north of Nashville, finds a young man that is jumping on everybody's radar screen pretty quickly here. This is Nathan Robinson, and let's talk about all this. I mean, this is kind of crazy. It's just sort of going, right?
Yes, sir. It was totally random. What was it, last Thursday? And yeah, I didn't come to school expecting to be offered by Tennessee, but first block, it all kind of hit me. So it was awesome.
I mean, what was your reaction? I know it was a surprise, but I mean, can you just kind of take me through that moment where Coach says, "Hey, this just happened," or "This is happening"?
I was kind of shocked, and then I got real nervous, like when I was calling Coach Golish, and I was like, I didn't want to say anything dumb or anything, or like stutter through my words and stuff.
What is it that they told you that they like? What is it that made them jump out and say, "Hey, that guy right there"?
Well, he mentioned my film and stuff, and then he went into stuff that Coach Elmore was saying about my character and stuff like that, and leadership.
All right. So when you pop on the tape, what's everybody seeing about you? What is it that you do on the field? I guess is what I'm asking.
I play my spot right, and don't try and get into other people's job, and I do my job and I do it good. Just linebacker stuff, plugging holes and not getting blown out of a hole, which hope that never happens. So
where do you think when you talk about growing and where you're at right now? I mean, it's not like you're a little feller. So where do you think this thing position-wise turns into you for college?
Position-wise, I'm sure it'll be defensive end and outside linebacker on the line, which I'm fine with because I love edge rushing and stuff like that.
Do you really?
Yes, sir.
So when did you, I guess I ask a lot of kids this sometimes, when did you know you were good enough? Was it last week that you realized, like, hey, this is legit?
Last week, yeah.
You had no idea?
Yeah, last week. I mean, my friends have passed ever since the middle of last season were telling me that I was going to be D1 and stuff like that, and I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. But then, yeah, last week it all kind of hit me.
Has the text messages, DMs, people calling Coach since Tennessee's offered? Have you started to hear from some other people that you weren't hearing from?
It's been a lot. Yeah, I've had probably 6 coaches from like Kentucky and South Carolina and Virginia Tech and Florida State, just like them follow me on Twitter, and then some invite me to camps and stuff like that.
So how do you get a handle on it? I mean, this thing, because look, it's a copycat deal. When one comes, a bunch comes. Yeah. So how do you manage it?
I still haven't figured that out. That's a great question.
So do you want to camp a bunch of places? I mean, I know it probably wasn't even on your thought process 10 days ago about, hey, what's my camp schedule going to look like in June? Yeah. Now they all want you to camp. Do you want to camp some places?
I would love to. So road trip, just bang on a whole bunch and a circuit, I guess. So anywhere around the Southeast, because I love SEC football.
So anywhere down, just try to go see as many as you can. Do you know much about Tennessee?
I know that football's big there. Their stadium shows that, considering there's 107,000 seats there, and they just love football down there. So
you got a long ways to go, and this is probably a loaded, unfair question. Do you have any idea what is important for you in terms of when you start this process of figuring out who you want to officially visit, and ultimately maybe what you're looking for in a school in terms of making a decision?
Yeah, well, definitely education. I haven't figured out what I want to do yet, but I mean, once I do that, which I need to start thinking about soon, once I figure that out, I'll definitely start narrowing it down. And location doesn't really bother me unless it's like other side of the country. I mean, that's a little much, but football program, I'd definitely be looking at that and like history and the way they do things at the program.
So do you research differently now? Do you watch old game tapes differently now? Do you watch this fall with a whole different mindset than you've ever watched the game before?
Well, Tennessee, I've been watching UCF defense because they obviously came from UCF. So yeah, just recent defensive years they've had.
Got you. Well, he's got a lot of work to do. Not on his game. He's got a lot of work to do to figure out how to get a handle on what all's coming, because it's coming big time here at Greenbrier High School for this guy. Brent Hubbs, VolQuest.com.